I'm going to dive right into it, Sunil Anna, by asking you about Mangaluru. What kind of sentiment does it evoke in you all these years later? How has it shaped your journey? And the reason I ask that is because everybody knows you as a film star, an incredible, beloved, star of the silver screen. Fewer people know you as someone who has very quietly built an incredible business enterprise of your own. You've created incredible value across different sectors in different parts of the country and the world. So what is Mangaluru to you, Suniel?
First of all, thank you. And very, very good evening to all of you. I think if there's anything real about me, if there's anything real about Suniel Shetty, it's thanks to Mangaluru. Thanks to my roots, thanks to where I come from, my Daivas, my Naga, Durgama, the blessings. I think that continues to this day. I honestly believe, I'm in the media business, in front of the camera. Never thought once that it could ever be possible. It only happened because of what our DNA is all about. It's about discipline, it's about consistency, it's about trusting. It's not transactions that are important. It is trust that's important. And that's how I think even our community grew. The Tulunad community grew in Mumbai because of that. They became entrepreneurs first because of the support of each other. They had this system called the fund, the chit fund. Where 10 of them would get together, restaurateurs or businessmen would get together, create a fund, and that was their mini bank. And whenever they needed the money, they took it out and helped each other. If somebody said, I'm in a wee bit of trouble, they'd say, okay, you take it this time. And whatever amount it went for, that would be distributed within the rest. And it had no papers. It was pure trust. Just word of mouth. And that's how they grew and became entrepreneurs. Toughest phase, where they said, lungi uthao, pungi bajao, inki, get them out, but they were together. If one had the problem, the other would jump in. So I think that's a part of our DNA. The trust factor, the discipline, and also, when you come from Tulunad, when you come from this area, the beaches, we're used to the sway of the tide and the highs and the lows. And probably we learn how to balance ourselves. And that's something that traveled with me. And, the habit of, I won't say hustling, but working really, really hard. You see our fisher folks, you see our traders, you see our hoteliers, they're willing to work 24/7. When the world is celebrating Christmas and Diwali and New Year, our hoteliers are catering to each and every one of them 24/7. So I think that's what this culture and Tulunad has given me, and something that I'm very, very proud of. The first thing, wherever I am, the first thing that I talk about is Mangaluru and my beautiful city.
A community coming up in a big way in what was at some point of time a pretty hostile political environment. I want to know what being Mangalorean, you've talked about, this wasn't transactional, this was about community, this is about sticking together and things like that. What about Mangaluru, made that possible for people to stick together and create what is now easily one of the most respected communities in Mumbai?
I think surely backing each other. Finance, banking started here. So even people at the helm of affairs made sure that if they would want to employ somebody or if they wanted to build a team, it was never the fluff. It was people who mattered, people who had character, and if you belong to the region, Sundaram Shetty, the late Sundaram Shetty. I think everybody got a job in the finance world if we had the capabilities. It was thanks to that one man. If it was a restaurateur, my father left and went to Mumbai at the age of 9. No place to go. He ran away. But there was this Shetty gentleman who saw him, believed that he's come from there, and he said, okay, come, I'll give you a job. I don't know whether I can pay you a salary, but food for sure. shelter for sure. That's all we needed. So it's this thing about supporting each other, and that's a part of my DNA. The minute I see someone, I walked in here and I went and saw the startups, went and met each one of them, and it was an emotional look at everything. Of course, great quality, but there was that emotion attached to it. And I know I've already told my team, pick up every card and see how you can help them. You know, fortunately, I've just landed up with a show called Bharat Ke Super Founders. I mean, of course, it's a business show like Shark Tank is, but there's a difference, you know, and it's all heart. If you see the show, it's all heart. It's about actually helping these super founders to do something. And the first season itself, 7 days old, and we've already doled out 148 plus crores. So that's a hell of a lot of money. So I think there also, it's not the business side of me. I'm a businessman by accident. You know, of course, restaurateur for sure, but got an opportunity and I went into it. So I think it's the culture of supporting each other more than anything else. And the approach of a warrior saying, never say die, I'll work ethics, you know, you're willing to work. That's, everybody asks me about the industry and they say, you know, how come you're never late? I say, because I value time and I value somebody else's time. My man management skills and time management skills, what Dad has taught me, is ultimate. I'm never embarrassed to walk into a set and see that there's no chair. I'd pick up a chair, clean the chair, sit myself, or clean a table or do anything. That's because of the restaurant culture where I come from.